EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. To the air goes Daniels. And this is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
Here's Smith. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
In motion, the tight end. On 1st down, Hampton. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
go now. Hey, smash. Go.
Now a first carry here for their running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go. 3rd and 8. Here's Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And his kick here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
70 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now a handoff up the middle. Hampton, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Hampton trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
At the Commander's 46-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hampton, and he's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
60 bicep.
It's 3rd and
Let's go.
7.
Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hampton, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Up the middle they go. Hampton. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Hey, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And a Washington offense heading out. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Daniels. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jaden Daniels, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one off. To about the 35-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Now it's Smith. This will be caught once again by Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Let's go now.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Now Smith. He finds his man complete. That's Hampton. And pass past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. To throw is Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Washington ready to try again on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Daniels looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Daniels. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded inside the 5. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing is Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very solid gain of 27. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the screen pass. 42 yards. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for... Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year, and they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that.